So we are here to see the differences in the small intestine and the large intestine on the dissected parts. So let's see, first talk about the small intestine. So this is the small intestine. This is small intestine. So that we have to see the differences in the jejunum and ileum, which which we can identify on dissection. So see, as we know, the small intestine, the jejunum and the ileum, these parts are having the arterial supply by the jejunal and the ileal branches of the superior mesenteric artery. So the jejunal branches, they make they anastomose with each other, and they make this arterial arcades. We can see these are the branches which are forming the arterial arcades. This is one, this is two. We can see these two arterial arcades. So zoom करके देखना नीचे these are the arterial arcades 1 and 2, we can see. So and from these anastomosing arterial arcades, then we can see there are straight arteries which are running towards the border. You can see these arteries, straight arteries. These are known as the vasa rectae or the vasa recta. So now how is it this thing different this pattern is different in jejunum and ileum? So if we talk about the jejunum, as we can see, the arterial arcades are 1 to 2 in number. They are 1 to 2 in number, and that means they are lesser in number as compared to the ileum, which we will see in a while. And the vasa recta are longer. We can see they are longer and also less in number when we will compare this with the ileum. So we can see that the vasa recta are long and less in number as compared to the ileum, and these are the arterial arcades. This is 1 or 2. What else we can see in the small intestine which can differentiate us from the rest? So as you can see, there are windows which are formed here. We can see these windows between these arterial arcades. This is present because there is less of fat abundance near the borders of this jejunum. So all these features of the mesentery which are present in the mesentery can help us differentiate between the jejunum and the ileum. So just to recap, we saw 1 or 2 arterial arcades, then we saw the vasa recta, and we saw these windows which are present due to the less of fat. Coming on to the ileum, which we will be able to see the differences now. See here, if you compare with the previous picture, here we can easily see. Let me take another view. Okay, this is a better view. So here we can see easily. Here we can see the number of arterial arcades has increased. It is 1, 2, maybe 3. So we have 3 to 4 arterial arcades, and these are the vasa recta. As you can notice now, we can see the vasa recta are shorter in length, but obviously they are more numerous as compared to the vasa recta which we saw in the jejunum. So this will help us differentiate between the jejunum and the ileum on just a single glance. And then talking about the fat deposition, as we can see, the fat deposition is more in the ileum part, so the windows are absent. So just to summarize, in the small intestine we saw three main features, which was the vasa recta, arterial arcades, and the windows, the presence of the windows, which is due to the presence of more or less fat. So now coming on to the large intestine. Now for the large intestine, we see again three important features which will help us to differentiate between the large intestine and the small intestine. So what are those 3 features? Number 1, we can see here the presence of longitudinal muscle coat. We can see the presence of longitudinal muscle coat all throughout. This is known as the tinea coli. Mind it, this is not TI, this is TAE. This is tinea coli. Now the longitudinal muscle coat of the large intestine, tinea coli, are present in the form of 3 ribbon-like bands. So what else we can know about this importance is that tinea coli presence is different in different regions. So talking about the position of tinea coli is anterior, posterolateral and posteromedial in cecum, ascending colon, descending colon and sigmoid colon. And if we talk about the presence of tinea coli in the transverse colon, the position of the tinea is inferior, superior and posterior. We cannot appreciate all these things differently in this specimen, but yes, this is something which we can remember about the tinea coli. So because of this tinea coli, we can imagine the longitudinal muscle coat, the length, the tinea are shorter than the circular muscle coat. This gives rise to the constrictions or the grooves in the colon and the dilated part. I will just show this in the cross section. So if we take a cross section, so if it is visible in the video, we can see this. This is the part which I am talking about. So there is a presence of grooves in the colon, and the dilated parts in between the grooves are known as the saculations or the haustra. We can see this. Okay. So this is one feature, tinea coli, and the presence of saculations or the haustra is the second feature. And the third feature, which differentiates the large intestine from the small intestine, is the presence of appendices epiploicae. What are appendices epiploicae? They are the small bags of pouches of peritoneum filled with fat. So we can see the appendices epiploicae. These are the appendices epiploicae. We can see all throughout in this specimen. These are the appendices epiploicae. What else we need to remember about this is the presence or absence. So they are most numerous along the transverse colon and the sigmoid colon, but the appendices epiploicae are absent in the cecum, appendix and rectum. So just to recapitulate what all things we have studied. So in the small intestine specimen, we saw the presence of tinea coli, the presence of the longitudinal muscle coat, tinea coli, with the presence of saculations or the haustra, with the presence of the saculations or the haustra. With the presence of the saculations or the haustra and the appendices epiploicae. And when we come on the small intestine, we saw the presence of the vasa recta, which we can see here, and the arterial arcades, and the abundance of fat, which is all these three things are more in jejunum. So we see 3 to 4 arterial arcades and more and longer and less in number the vasa recta, and the presence of windows because of the less of abundance of the fat in the jejunal part. And the ileal part, we see the vasa recta are shorter and more in number, and the arterial arcades are 3 to 4 in number, and windows are absent because of the more abundance of the fat in near the border of the ileum. So this helps us to differentiate between the small intestine and large intestine grossly, and between the features of the jejunum and the ileum. Thank you.